What's up, YouTube? Hey, we got another video for the Cycle Frontier today. I've had a lot of people reach out and ask me about inventory management and their stash and what they need to sell and keep. So what we're going to do is go over a few things today that I believe you can get rid of and things that I think you need to keep. So let's head right into it. Honestly, it just depends on what kind of missions you have going on and what you need to be keeping. So tip number one for me is a little bit of a sneaky little tip, and it's these attachments. What I like to do is I actually just store attachments on guns. So I'll just go into the gun, and whatever attachments I have in here, I will just store them here because that's going to free up a lot of room by doing that. So like you see right here, we got this heavy mag we can store here, this converter, and then also this stock that can be stored on this weapon. So I just freed up 3 spots in my inventory by doing that. That's really, that's really tip number one to free up space, is just try and keep your attachments on guns. So tip number two actually is, it's a little bit sneaky one. A lot of people are aware of it, and I love to utilize it, and it's actually keeping your faction scripts over here because they weigh 0 pounds in your safe pocket along with your old currency. As you can see, I have all these spots right here. That's 3, 6, 9 spots saved out of here. And it's not taking up any room in my safe pocket. All right, so now as far as tip number 3 goes, what I recommend is that you keep at least 1 stack of 10 of everything. I have a couple stacks of 10s, as you can see here, of multiple things, and that's because I use these for crafting. So first of all, what you're going to kind of want to look at is, what am I crafting? What do I need to do to upgrade my safe house? And what are my missions? Those are the things that you should be collecting and holding on to first, and then after that I try to hold on to 10, like 1 10 stack of everything, just in case there's a future mission that comes up that requires it, or anything like that. All right, if you guys like those few tips, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because we're going to be releasing more videos like this. Drop a comment that tells me what else you want to see. But let's get back to a few more tips real quick. All right, something else I would recommend is selling things like compound sheets and spinal bases, things that are really easy to get your hands on. I would just sell those unless you're actively working like on a mission that needs them, or you're looking to craft something. Like spinal bases I know are used in some lower tier crafting. They're easy to get though, so unless you actively need them, I would recommend just not even keeping them in your inventory. They're really easy to get. You could go in and do a knife run and fill your bag of compound sheets and spinal bases in a single run and be able to do your upgrades. Something else that I would recommend selling and not keeping in your inventory is going to be rusty guns. Rusty guns don't really, for me, they don't have an appeal. I like to just sell them off and get them out of my inventory because they're just taking up space. All right, and another thing that I would recommend selling are going to be the creature heads. Honestly, I haven't found any purpose for them other than potentially being just for selling, because they're worth a lot of money when you find creature head trophies. I've gained a lot of currency just grabbing those and selling them. I haven't found a reason to hold on to them. Go ahead and sell them. All right, something else that I recommend hanging on to are Rattler skins. I usually try to keep about 2 stacks just because I'm always trying to make blue armor. It helps you out a lot when you're PvPing and trying to stay alive. I do keep quite a few of these Rattler skins just so we can be crafting those blue armors. So those are something that I always pick up after I kill a Rattler. It's always something that you can be dropping while you're in game if you need space in your backpack, because you can get them still pretty easily, but I recommend keeping them. All right, another thing I recommend after the Rattler skins there is keeping the materials for these strong stims, because they're pretty easy to make, they're easy to find. What you need is some old medicine, a bright cap, and a waterweed filament. Those things are things that I try to grab every time I see them. Again, while you're dropped and you find something maybe that's better, you can always drop these out of your backpack to make room for better materials, because these are a dime a dozen. I recommend trying to keep at least a stack of each. As you can see, I've been making strong stims and using them a lot. So you do burn through stims quite a bit, and I recommend these over the weak stims that you can buy, just because they do 25 health. You can essentially heal your entire character in 4 stims instead of the weak stims, which is 15. 15 health per stim, so it does take a few more stims to get fully healed. And my next thing to free up space. Again, this is if you're looking to free up some space, your inventory's full right here. What I recommend honestly is selling these meteor fragments. I know they're used for a few missions, but honestly every time I drop into a game there's a meteor shower and you can collect these. Yeah, a lot of people are running to them, but these right here, honestly, they're worth quite a bit of money. And I would recommend selling them off because you can find them. Now, media cores, I do hang on to these because I know there's a few missions, but once your missions are kind of done, I know there's some higher end crafting materials that use these. But if again you're looking to free up space because you're running out of room, definitely be selling these off. Another thing that you could be selling off are these tree barks. Honestly, if you need a tree bark for a mission or you need tree bark to do upgrades of your base or anything like that, these are really easy to find. You can come out with a stack of 10 pretty easy in a single drop. Again, sell these off if you're hurting for space. Same with compound sheets, and honestly these electronic cables, just go ahead and sell them. You can find these three, they're so common everywhere you go. Same with these salvage installations. I have no problem finding these almost anywhere I go. I try to keep a stack of everything. I'm not hurting for room right now, so those are things I just recommend getting rid of. All right, guys, so those are the few things that I recommend just not keeping around unless you really need them for a mission or upgrading anything. If there's a certain material you're looking to know if you need to sell or keep, let me know in the comments and I'll drop a comment back and let you know what I think of that material. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, turn the notifications on, and y'all have a fantastic day.